This morning in Legal Logic, we are helping homeowners stay covered from minor accidents that could lead, yes, to bigger problems. This morning, we have Brian Cuna from Brian Cuna and Associates here to explain the claims that can test the limits of your home insurance policy. Good morning, Brian.
Very well. How are you?
Thanks for being here this morning. People have to have, I would think, homeowners insurance on the house. But what does it actually cover? Because you've been here before, and you've talked about homeowners insurance, and you're like, well, no, doesn't cover that, doesn't cover this. If a storm comes, you're kind of out of luck for that. So what does it cover?
Yeah, well, we know the traditional things that homeowners covers. Accidents in the home, okay? I walk into your house and you leave a toy out and I break my leg, your homeowners is paying, okay? The unusual things are things like dogs. Dogs, 1 out of every 3 claims in the United States is from a dog bite, believe it or not. Yep, it's the #1 thing. And you have to be careful because some dogs are actually excluded from the policies. Most are included, but you have to be careful. Another area, accidents outside the home, okay? Generally, if you're, for example, pushing a cart in a store and you hit someone, your homeowners actually will cover that.
Really?
Okay, yeah, it will cover that, yes. So that's an unusual one, okay? Terrorism. Now, that's an interesting one. Acts of war are not covered. Bombs dropping on your house, you're not covered. However,
going to need a stronger insurance policy for that.
However, if it's a sudden, unexpected act, such as in the 9/11, most of those claims, believe it or not, were actually covered.
Really?
Yes. Blown out windows, smoke damage, and so forth. So those were covered. Okay.
Okay.
Another one go ahead.
No, I was going to say, is a fire insurance for the home, is that under home insurance or is that also a separate policy?
Fire insurance is generally covered.
Got it.
Flood insurance is not.
Right.
Okay. Falling objects. If a plane falls in your house, believe it or not, it's probably covered.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
However, if, for example, mold is another one, okay?
And that can be really damaging to a home.
It can be very damaging, thousands of dollars. You've got to be careful. If it's a sudden leak and mold develops as a result, you're probably covered. On the other hand, if it's neglected maintenance or it's something where a leaking pipe has been leaking for a long time and developed mold, it's not covered.
Okay.
So that is generally something we have to have, that separate flood insurance, I think, that we've talked about before, which generally is not covered.
So what are the big ones that you see here in Rhode Island?
The big ones I see are dog bites, okay, and falling objects, damage from tree limbs falling onto your tree. Those are generally covered, unless it's someone else's tree that falls on you. In that case, it's a different coverage.
So how can we go about looking at the policy, because it's in a language most people don't understand, and I think it's meant to be that way?
You've got to talk to your agent, okay? It's very, very important. If you own a dog, if you're unsure of what the policy covers, call your agent, go through these things. Just say, if I'm outside the home, am I covered? If there's water damage in my home, am I covered? If there's fire, am I covered? Talk to your agent. If you talk to your agent, you can avoid problems long term.
All right, all good information. Thanks so much, Brian. For more information on any of this Legal Logic, you can visit roadshow.com.